My name is Sunu Kodumthara. I am a professor of history at Southwestern Oklahoma State University, and the OSLEP seminar I am leading is that I may enjoy the most unlimited freedom, women's political activism in early 20th century America. Women's political activism in early 20th century America is essentially going to look at women across racial and economic backgrounds and how they became politically active across the United States from 1900 to about 1930, maybe even to 1940. So in addition to talking about the usual names in American women's political activism, we're going to talk about women active among indigenous groups, immigrant groups, and Black women as well. And we're primarily going to use this book by Kathleen Cahill called How Women of Color Transformed the Suffrage Movement, Recasting the Vote. That's going to be our primary book. It's an excellent book that covers individual women across races, across economic backgrounds, and it's going to help us to really understand what activism really means. So what I want students to get from our time together is a couple of things. One, I want them to understand what intersectional feminism is, and that it's not just a perspective of one group of women, it's all groups of women, and that all of their experiences matter and contribute to our collective history. And two, I want everyone to know that activism is not just suffrage. It's not just the right to vote. It's all of our participation in politics. And I want them to understand that that still matters even now in 2024. Activism is everything. And so in the early 20th century, what we're going to learn about is activism is going to be everything from testifying in front of Congress to organizing a parade. And when we compare that to now, activism now is being on social media and organizing fundraising campaigns. So when we talk about activism, we have to be open-minded about how we discuss it, because activism isn't just the one thing, and it's not going to look one particular way. So when we define activism, it's not going to be just voting, and it's not going to be just campaigning with pamphlets. It's going to be different ways for different groups of people in different parts of the country. I want students from multiple backgrounds, so whether it's business or health sciences or history, to be able to take their own background and see activism from women. So for example, if a student who is a literature major or an English major comes in, they can find someone like Charlotte Perkins Gilman and see her feminism and how her feminism is in her writing. I want them to be able to see healthcare workers, women as nurses or studying in medical school and breaking barriers that way. And I want them to see that as activism. So when we talk about activism and see that in a historical sense, I want students from all backgrounds, all educational backgrounds, to be able to see and define activism for themselves in those different fields of study as well. So I took an OSLEP seminar when I was a senior in college many years ago. It was called America in the 1960s, and it was an extraordinary experience, something that I had not prepared myself for. It taught me about reading and the importance of discussions, but it also helped me become a better critical thinker. And I took that with me for the rest of my life. And to now teach a seminar is a wonderful full circle moment for me. And it's a little bit of a pinch me moment. So I'm grateful for it.